Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we are here for another one of our, missing mojo and craft motivation videos. And what I thought we could do today is have a look at, when you kind of have those half-finished projects and, unfinished projects and things. Sometimes, rather than starting from scratch with something when you're kind of lacking a bit of motivation or a bit of, incentive to kind of get started, then it can be helpful to kind of pick something up that's actually kind of been made already and you're just going to then be adding to it. So I've got a few different things here actually that are sort of partially made, but I'm going to do these ones, which these are from my Birds of Spring, or it could be Spring Birds, I actually can't remember, so I do apologise for that. From the Birds of Spring or Spring Birds kit, and they're things that I've kind of partially made, and I was putting them together to either make a kit to sell as a kit, or obviously make a kit to sell incorporate into a journal. And obviously, as you can see, I mean, it's really nearly finished, but it just needs a few finishing touches, maybe some lace, maybe some kind of odds and pieces, maybe some, I don't know, wax seals, labels, things like that. So I have got a ton of different bits here, and I think this is going to be very easy to actually kind of pull some things together and then feel that I have made a lot of progress, which that's quite kind of motivational and kind of inspiring in itself, I think, once you feel that you're getting somewhere. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of noticed that actually one of the biggest things for me is when I watch videos for inspiration and motivation and things, the videos that really seem to inspire me the most, or kind of like get my, creativity kind of burst in, or, kind of that I just think, oh, I can't wait to create. I really want to do something like that. Is I absolutely love it when I see people end up with a whole bunch of stuff, at the end. It's like, wow, they have got loads of different interesting bits, or, just loads of pretty bits. So I think for me, that's quite an inspiring thing, is just the volume of different things being made. So, you may find that actually, that maybe is inspiring for you, or maybe for you, it's something completely different. Maybe it's the, I don't know, maybe the appearance of the paper, or maybe the, the style of the items that they're using. But for me, I think, one of the most inspiring things is when I see them end up with a whole bunch of different things. So for me, I've got obviously this project here, which I've kind of partially started making all these ephemera bits. And of course, I never actually got round to finishing it. So I feel like this is going to be quite naturally inspirational for me, because, I really enjoy kind of seeing a lot of different pieces come together. So, maybe it's worth kind of just tuning in to what inspires you, in a video, what it is that actually draws you to that video. Is it the, the end product? Is it the process? Is it the materials that they're using? All of that kind of stuff. And then, that can be quite a sort of help really with, giving you some inspiration. So yeah, let's just kind of get started with some of these. So I'm just going to kind of pull in, different bits sort of at a time. So this was going to be a little kind of flippy out book. So I just need to, staple in those pages. So, I mean, like I say, you can see this is pretty much, made. Everything here is made. It just needs a bit of an extra, zing kind of thing to it. I mean, that's just my opinion, and maybe kind of to other people this would look perfectly finished anyway. But because I love adding lace and what have you, I feel like actually I could do a bit more with this and make it a bit more fancy. That will then be perhaps a bit more, up my street really. So, and it's going to be something that's not really too taxing, or, take up too much effort to actually kind of put some finishing touches on this. So I'm just going to take a few little bits and pieces. So I've just got some lace here. We'll just cut that down like that. So, I mean, that just looks really pretty to me. And that's just literally just that wax seal with the lace on top of there. I'm just wondering actually whether I might prefer to have a sort of orangey wax seal, which of course now, you know, despite the fact that I've done all of these huge volume of wax seals now, still haven't got one quite the right colour. Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? I mean, that's quite pretty. It just depends really. Do I want to go quite vibrant and bright, or do I want to keep this more muted? So let's just have a look. I mean, I love the green, but when I actually then kind of focus in and look, I think, oh, it's not really got that shade of green in there at all. Maybe this is a better colour. Now, I've actually edged all of these pieces, I think all of them anyway, with gold. So just going to go over my wax seal with a bit of my gold paint stick. So just, you know, and then that sort of ties that in a bit better to the general theme, the general theme that I've got going on around the edge. So how pretty does that look? It looks really scrumptious, doesn't it? So I'm just going to take that wax seal and then let me just kind of hold it flat with this. Just like that. Now, I have talked recently before about when I use the hot glue with the wax seals, you want to kind of put it down but not press it for a couple of seconds because it's going to remelt the wax. So just let it kind of set for a couple of minutes before you start pressing it really. Otherwise you're just going to kind of touch wet wax. So like that. Okay. How pretty does that look? And then we could probably even get away with a label on here as well. So let's just take this one here. I'm so sorry if you can hear my printer. It's whizzing away in the background. Just getting some bits and bobs ready for another project. So, and obviously my printers are now, or my printer now, because now I'm down to just the one. It's now in here in my craft room, whereas before it was obviously, you know, in a different room. So yeah, I hope it's not really going to be, what's the word? You know, too annoying for anybody. But yeah, it's, you know, it's brilliant if you can actually print whilst doing stuff, because then you're obviously, you know, making the most of the time instead of actually having to then wait around for your prints. They're doing it while you're doing other things. So there we go. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? And you know, that took no effort whatsoever. I literally had the piece made. I just added, you know, like I say, this and the label. Now I'm just going to possibly add a little bit of bling. Let's see if I've actually got any bling accessible to me. Oops, hold on. It might not need bling, but just thought I would have a look and see whether it needs a bit of bling on that butterfly. What do we think? Sorry, I'm just putting my box of ephemera on the floor. Let's just have a look. Just going to see if I might be better with a different bling. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it, in that butterfly? Although it looks quite pretty down there, actually. I don't know now. I know this sounds a bit strange, but this, you know, the bling, sometimes it's closer together than others. So I'm just going to have a quick look because I've got some other, which I just wonder whether if it's closer together, you know, the actual each individual blingy part, whether it might look better or worse, or, you know, just no different. Oh no, I can't find my bling. Hang on. Oh, right, we're going with that. No, I can't see it anywhere. So yeah, well, perhaps I will leave it without the bling. So it's going to be blingless. But I think it looks super pretty anyway, to be honest. You know, I just love how it looks. I'm just going to try one more label actually, just in case. Just in case. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I know this sounds a very strange thing to say, but I actually hadn't really been aware of, you know, my my liking for when I watch videos and people end up with a bunch of stuff. until I was doing this series, and I thought, well, you know, it's all very well kind of, you know, saying, oh, watch videos or, you know, try and emulate this. But actually, if you don't really know what it is that's drawing you, then, you know, effectively, I guess it's probably not really that helpful. So I just kind of really spent a bit of time, you know, watching a few, you know, you have, or I have, I'm guessing that other people have, their favourites videos. And I went through some of my favourites, and then I just thought, well, what's, you know, what was quite common and actually just stood out for me. So I didn't really even have to give it much thought. It was just, you know, it was obvious and was kind of standing out for me, was that actually a lot of the pieces that I was really, you know, drawn to, or the videos that I was really drawn to, the common thing was they ended up with, you know, a good volume of stuff at the end. And yeah, I think for me, that's just something that actually, you know, never had I noticed that before, but clearly that's something that I find very inspiring. You know, maybe it's because, oh, I can't, that's a bit short. Maybe it's because just the thought of ending up with, you know, a whole bunch of extra ephemera made, or, you know, whatever it is, tags, or, you know, I don't know, bows or whatever, you know, that must kind of motivate me, I think, in some way. So, you know, I just kind of then thought, well, actually, that's perhaps quite a useful thing, is just becoming a little bit aware of, you know, well, what is it that's really inspiring me about this project, or about this, you know, this video? What is it that I really like, that I kind of feel, you know, drawn or compelled to watch it? And I think, you know, for me, definitely, I really love it when I see, you know, a lot of stuff made at the end of the video. And like I say, I mean, that maybe is just my thing. You know, maybe that's not what kind of floats your boat at all. But I guess just kind of tapping into what it is that you really like, you know, might just help with your kind of creative process, because then you can kind of then, you know, relate that to your own crafting, because you can kind of then think, well, actually, you know, I find this really motivational, so therefore, you know, I'd really like to do this or do that, you know. Yeah, I mean, you might just find that sort of helps a little bit. So like that, there we go. Okie dokie. So this kind of seemed like a bit of a, you know, an easy one, because like I say, I had all these little bits. They were all ready-made already. Yeah, they were all kind of ready done already. Sorry, too many readies in that sentence again. You know, which actually then makes it really, really easy to pull some other bits together, because it's like, well, actually, the foundation bit is done, and all I'm actually doing is the fun part, you know, which, of course, how could that not be inspirational, doing the fun bits? So let's just see. Might have a little wax seal there. I'm actually wondering whether I've got some eyelash trim, and yeah, I just wondered whether I could put some eyelash trim as a little closure. So let me just see. I don't know how this will go, because I'm not brilliant with eyelash trim, but it looks like it would be a good colour on there. I mean, how scrummy does that look? So I just kind of think, oh, might be able to incorporate that somehow, you know, which maybe would look really, really pretty. So let's just have a look. Okay. So, oh, right, let's have a look. This might not be long enough, but let's just see if I had it around there. No, it's not really long enough to go around twice. Oh, that's like in the way of that door then. That's a bit, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, I might have to forego the eyelash trim. Let me just see whether I could just bunch a bit up to come out underneath the wax seal. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even sure that that's particularly showing up really. Let's just scrumple a bit up. Like that. Oh my goodness me. This is very fiddly. Honestly, I don't know what it is with me and the eyelash trim, but no matter how many times I have used it, I still don't really seem to improve with it. I still find it very, very tricky to work with. So let's just put that down there. It was just that when I spotted this, I thought, oh, that's such a brilliant colour. You know, that it would be nice to actually get some on here. So yeah, just going to then put my wax seal down like that. And like I say, just where I've put the glue, being a little bit careful for a couple of seconds not to press it too hard, because otherwise I'm just going to end up with like a thumbprint in my wax. I just did then, even as I was saying it, I still then went ahead and did it. Do as I say, not as I do, obviously. There we go. So how pretty does that look? And to be honest, I might just have a little word or something on there. So just have a look through my, or I've got some numbers actually. Hang on. Ooh, or I've got this gorgeous green flower, which, how pretty is that? I actually quite like it upside down, oddly enough. Maybe up there. So let's just put that one down. Like that. Oh, I wonder whether... Oh, this is not probably a very good colour on this, but for some reason it caught my eye and I thought, oh, well, it might just look okay. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I have to do this with my teeth. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to grip, so just doing it with your teeth kind of helps. Don't know whether I like it in the blue or whether actually... Let's see whether I've got some other colours of those tiny flowers. I mean, I definitely have, but they're up on the shelf, and I just thought, oh, let's try and, you know, use what's here in my organiser. But yeah, to be honest, maybe let's have a look. Just got this little one here. Well, I guess that's quite cute actually. Perhaps I will. Oh my goodness me. Right, so just like that. Oh, how pretty does that look? And this is just like a little envelope, you know, fold out. So yep, that's that one done. So we have two down. I seem to muck about a lot with that one, so yeah, I don't know why. Right, journal card here. So yeah, hopefully this will be a nice, quick and easy one. So, I mean, again, we could incorporate a flower or something, possibly. I mean, I know it hasn't really got any blue on there, but you know, I think the blue looks pretty, doesn't it? Oh, we don't want a number 6 because we've already got a number 6. Just think, oh, does the blue look actually really pretty on there? You know, a different sort of, you know, heading in a different direction, sort of unexpected yumminess. Okay, so let me just pop this one down here. Oops. Like that. I might have to have another layer of that. So I think there was one, yep. Just to make that flower a bit more fancy. Okay. I mean, thank heavens, really, because I have obviously had to buy a new printer recently. My printer's reasonably quiet at the moment. Obviously, if we give it a couple of months, you know, and once it's been used quite a bit, I suspect it won't really be very quiet, and then I won't have the option of actually you know, using it whilst I'm videoing it, because because it would just then be, you know, shockingly loud and would be very intrusive. But hopefully at the moment it's you know, not really kind of interfering or too annoying. It's just like a very quiet noise in the background. Right, let's just see. Oops. Right, let me just put this down. Oops. Like that. Okay. I had hoped that I would have some of these in that sort of, you know, in this shade of green, which I thought would look gorgeous on there, but yeah, I don't appear to have, so that's fine. I will just go with the blue, which, you know, the blue looks fine also, doesn't it? So let's just see if I want to have a label or anything on here. Oh, do you know, just as I said, oh, it's just a little quiet noise, then it suddenly seemed like really, really, really loud. Okay. Oh, it's so warm today. Honestly, it's just gorgeous. And I know I say this all the time, but yeah, I feel my head. So if you're watching and you think, what is she talking about? It's not warm at all today. It is warm. It is warm now. It is warm at the moment. So yeah, but I fully realise or recognise, you know, it may well not be by the time that the video actually goes up, but it certainly is warm right this second. So yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, I love it like that. So, I mean, that was, again, you know, hardly any extra bits and bobs on here. It's just the flower, that little centre, a label, the bow, and just that little bit of lace. And it's just totally upgraded that piece, hasn't it? So, you know, I mean, I think it looked pretty as it was. You know, there was nothing wrong with it. But just by adding those few extra little bits, it's just brought it sort of out of itself. And that's another thing, is, to be honest, what I find really nice and really kind of interesting when you do things like this, you know, where you've created them one day, not recently, if you see what I mean, and then you come back to them, you know, a while later, it's not just your taste have changed, but maybe the supplies you've got on hand have changed and things. And, you know, kind of what you're doing, your, you know, not thoughts of the moment, but, you know, your likes of the moment, for a better word, likes of the moment, they may have changed. And so, you know, you're going to go somewhere completely different with these projects, or, you know, the project, than you may have done if you had just done it. Oops. Oh, this is another little fold out. Than you may have done if you had done it all in one go. So, you know, it's almost like quite a interesting thing to do anyway, you know, because you might end up with something completely unexpected or completely different to what you might have ended up with had you done it all on the same day. So, you know, it's, yeah, kind of sometimes worth just putting a bunch of things together and then just letting them sit for a bit anyway, just for like interest, you know, an interest point of view, really. So just having a look to see whether I might like to have maybe just even like that. And then again, I'm just going to take a little label, I think, or shall I have a number on this actually? I mean, I don't know whether we could have a red, because that bird's got some sort of red on it. Not sure that that red is really quite right. Got this green one, but that's probably, again, not really the right colour green. Let me just move this down and see how it would look if I had the flower there and then the number lower. Because I've got a bit more of the green showing then, which, you know, helps it tie in, because otherwise I'm not really too sure that I have much green showing, and it felt a little bit like, well, where have you even got green from? Oh, nearly glued that number on upside down. Honestly, you can so easily just make these mistakes, can't you? So, yeah. think maybe like that. Now, just wondering if I want anything else. Got a stamped word saying perfect. Oh, that looks like a little bit sort of cluttered in there now. Got a little stamped stamp. Stamped stamp. Which we could have. Could even have it in the middle of the flower. That's not too bad. Oh, I've got a stamped postcard here as well. What if I had those three things kind of there, sort of clustered up, or could have the postcard over there. Probably not over the bird's face. That's probably not the best place to have it, is it? But it's always worth trying it around, because you might decide to have it somewhere completely unexpected, you know. What's this? May all your dreams come true. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps I'll just have that. Let me just try this with a little pearly centre. I know it's so boring because I just do use the pearls all the time, but you know, as I've said before, I just, if something works, you know, the chances are it's going to work forever. You know, if you love it sort of, you know, once, then you're probably going to love it always, really. So yeah, for me, those pearls, they're always just a winning look, and you know, I love them all the time. I never get fed up with them. I think because they're very timeless, aren't they? They never seem to sort of go out of fashion. They're just always, you know, always something that looks good. Just sort of try that on there, but clearly not quite right. Okay, no, nor's that. Right, okay. Oh dear. Right, okay, yeah, I think I'll probably just leave it with those bits. So, I mean, again, it's put together. Oh, I forgot that it had a little bird in there. So, I mean, you could always add something in there. Maybe another little flower that would tie in the front to the middle. So, let's just see. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? So, yeah. That down there. Okie dokie. So that's another one done. Okay, let's pull in another one. Aha, right, we've got one of those coin envelopes. This is a, you know, pre-made coin envelope. I got these from Amazon quite a long time ago, it's got to be said now. Oh, I was going to say, I will try and remember to link this on my, you know, in my Amazon store or something. I mean, to be honest, it's probably unlikely I'm going to remember. But if you really, you know, if you're interested in these, you know, then please do mention it to me and I will try and do that retrospectively. But, I mean, if you just type in, you know, coin envelopes, I'm sure that there would be loads come up, you know, that are similar. I'm sure that, you know, there must be hundreds on there. Well, not hundreds, but, you know, I'm sure there's plenty to choose from anyway. So you probably don't really need, you know, the particular ones that I've got here. I'm sure that any would be just as good. Right, just wondering now, do I want some lace under here? That's rather pretty, isn't it? If so, do I want obviously, no, not obviously, do I want also some lace at the bottom? Or is that just like one step too far? A step too far. Sorry, I'm losing my ability to talk for some reason. I think it's getting to cup of tea time. I'm filming this in the afternoon and I have to say I never generally film in the afternoon. So, you know, it's not a good time for me. I'm kind of a morning person, and so by the afternoon, that's it. I'm kind of like, oh, just, yeah, done for the day. And yeah, I've passed my best Not quite sure when my actual best is, but it's definitely not in the afternoon, I can assure you of that. So yeah, doesn't bode well, does it? But I just wanted to get this done, and yeah. Okay. So that's really pretty, isn't it? That lace just dangling from the flap there. Oh, that's a bit on the large side. Although, having said that, I mean, I could put the wax, I guess, over the circle. Probably a bit strange, but I just thought, well, maybe that would look okay. So let's have a look there and just see whether we might have a bit of ribbon or anything going across. I mean, I don't think the ribbon's quite the right colour, to be honest. I keep pulling it in, but it's never right, you know, the right colour, is it? Let's just see if we want any of this eyelash trim. I mean, yeah, again, I'm thinking this would look really pretty if I could actually manage to put it on. So let's just wrap it round a couple of times. Oops. Okay. Right. Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Right, so yeah, I'm just going to put this down on top of that eyelash trim. Sorry, I've now just moved the lace slightly, so like that. Okay, and then glue that down. Again, just taking care not to then press it, you know, where the wax has then kind of remelted. So just pressing it in the middle for a minute, and then obviously I can just press around the edge afterwards. So like that, okay. Looking good. And then just wondering whether we want to have a label on this one as well. So thinking maybe this label here, it's got a sort of red on it, which of course the bird's got some red there. So like that. This might be going to be a bit too small, to be honest, this label, but we'll see. It might be okay. Like that. Okay. Let's just have a look. Or maybe here. Yeah, maybe there. Oh dear. Right. Okay, like that. Do you know, for a minute I thought that was upside down, and I thought, oh, after all that, I've now glued the label on upside down. What a wally. So like that. Now I'm just going to gold the, you know, the wax seal again, like I have with the others, because it just looks really good with the gold. Because I've gold, you know, put the gold all around the edge of the rest of the ephemera pieces, so it goes really nicely. Right, let's pull in another one. So what's this? Honestly, it's such a long time since I made these bits. It's really hard to actually remember, you know, what I've actually done with them, to be honest. Right, so this one, obviously it's quite, you know, quite decorated anyway. So I'm just going to literally put a bit of lace down the bottom, I think. I don't think it really kind of needs anything else particularly. So just pop a bit of lace down there like that. Just dab that in, and then just see whether I want to have any bling on here, because I feel I'm missing out on the bling today a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's just see. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? Although it's, you know, like a different sort of colour, you know, that's what I say about when you pick them up on a different day, you know, you can have some unexpected kind of choices, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, that's completely different, isn't it, to all the other things that we've done. But how gorgeous does that little bow look on there? Really, really pretty, doesn't it? So that one's done, I think, because it was, you know, pretty pretty decorated anyway. So we've got this gorgeous one here, which is just a little pocket, and then you've just got obviously the little butterflies here. Let's just see. I don't think I want that there because that looks a little bit like I'm sort of balancing it out then. You know, got things going on in every corner, which is a bit weird. Let's just see. Maybe something like that. And I'm wondering again whether I might want to have a little flower, or maybe not that colour. Definitely not that colour, because that's quite, you know, quite bright, isn't it, compared to everything else. Let's just try the blue again. I think these are going to be too big, but yeah, they're a little bit on the big side, aren't they? Right, let me just pull down my little box of flowers, because I did order recently some more of those tiny ones from Amazon. So I've got a whole bunch of, you know, more of these little ones. Oops. So what I'm wondering is if I could just have one or two, you know, in that sort of corner. So I'm thinking a green and a pink, because this has actually got some, you know, some pretty pink going around the edge of these bits. And then of course you've got the, you know, lots of green. So if we just have the green and the pink, then that ties the two, you know, the two colours into the whole thing, doesn't it? So let's just glue this one down. Oops. And again, just going to glue it straight over that lace, and then hopefully that's going to just, you know, hold the lace in place. And then obviously take the pink one and do exactly the same with the pink, like that. Oh, how pretty does that look? And then I'm just going to see whether it needs the pearls in the centre. I mean, it might not. Oh, yeah, it does. I had this funny feeling that it wasn't going to, but strangely enough, you know, it's like so often happens is, you know, you think it's fine, and then as soon as you try something there, it actually just, I think 8 times out of 10, it does look better. You know, the more is more. The more is more vibe. So, yeah, let's put those down there. So how gorgeous do they look? So pretty, isn't it? Love those. Right, next one is, I've got this envelope here. Oops, which again, it's my favourite size, that lovely 5x7, which I know I talked about obviously in the last video where we made that wraparound book. You know, just, yeah, always love the size of this 5x7 envelopes. They're just, I don't know why. I think, you know, for me, I tend to make the same size journals really, and so this, you know, this is just a size that I know it looks really good on the size journals that I make. So, sorry, I was looking behind me at this lace because I've got this trim. I think I got this in a Happy Mail. I actually can't remember, so I really apologise. Okay, but I'm just wondering whether we could have that running down the side. I mean, it's quite bright. It is quite bright, but you know, I mean, obviously sometimes bright is nice, isn't it, to have something different. Or we could just have a little bit of it up there. So instead of having such a large chunk, you know, of it, we could just have a smaller run. So if I put like this lace down here, and then it could be held down with this. So let's just pop the lace, you know, pop some hot glue on it. Sorry, that was a mouthful to say that for some reason. Have no idea why. Okay. Yeah, so I hope that everybody's having a good day, doing some nice crafting, having a good time. I mean, I really hope that you're enjoying the series and, you know, hopefully getting some inspiration and, you know, just, yeah, I mean, if you're lacking in your crafty mojo, because, you know, I think sometimes, you know, we all do have those times where it's like, oh, you know, I've no idea why, but for some reason I'm just not feeling, you know, feeling crafty. You know, I really hope that you're getting some ideas from this and, you know, that it's somehow sparking some sort of inspiration for you. Okay. Oh, I'm going to pull that same bit of green ribbon in. Honestly, I mean, how many times have I pulled this in? Just constantly pulling it in. I'm kind of determined to use it somewhere, obviously, aren't I? But should we try and use it on this piece? I mean, I think that's quite pretty actually there. And then actually, I'm just wondering, I'm just pulling those flowers down again. Oh, what about that? So this is quite a green flower, but it's a really gorgeous colour green. So let's just pull those centres out. Just wondering, you know, so we've got a bit more green going on generally on the envelope. I mean, how pretty does that look? Really lovely, doesn't it? Or we could move it over and kind of have it more like that, I suppose. Because I'm not sure whether that's making it quite cluttered, having stuff all over the place. So yeah, let's have it more, you know, moved down. Right. So, and these are just obviously velvet ribbons. I've just like, not ruffled them exactly, but made these folded ruffles. Like that. Okay. You know, and again, they're just another thing that's just handy to have on hand. Handy to have on hand. Yeah, they're just, you know, useful to have in your stash, really. So, like that. Okay. And then, here we go. Like that. Okay, right, now. Don't know what to put in the centre of that flower. Oh, let's pull in those wax cabochons again, because I might just have one that's a good colour. Let's just see. I mainly had blues, didn't I? Well, blues and purples, but I mean, of course, purple is not really on here at all, so. Oh, I've only got one blue. Really? Oh, one blue. They're all purple, would you believe? I mean, the blue looks fine, to be honest. It's, yeah, the blue looks fine. So just going to go for the blue one in there. And then, do you know, I'm just wondering whether we might be able to have a little tab on the side. And we obviously made the tabs in the mass make. So I have a whole fresh bunch of tabs ready made. So let's just see. And this is where I discover I've got all those tabs and none that are quite the right sort of colour to go with this, but because that's what normally happens, isn't it? We have all these things in our stash, but nothing that's quite right. It's kind of heading that way, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake, would you believe it? What about this one? And this is why we just need so much stuff, isn't it? Oh, that's gorgeous up there. Yeah. I thought, well, surely I must have something in amongst all that stuff we made. I mean, for goodness sake. Yes, that one looks lovely on there. So I just pop those away. Right, now I'm just going to glue this down on the back. So just a bit of glue there, like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue the front down. So just move that butterfly wing out the way. Okay, and then just, yep, take that down like that. Oh, that looks so pretty, doesn't it? So, I mean, hardly anything was needed again to just finish that envelope off, but how gorgeous does that look now? So really, really pretty, isn't it? Okay, let's just pull these couple of bits in. So I've got a couple of tags, or a tag and a journal card, and I've also got a pocket. So let's have a quick look and see what we might be able to do with these. Oh, that's very bright on there, isn't it? Yeah, that definitely is way, 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 way too bright. And now the only greens that I've got now is this, which actually looks better than I'd expected. I'm not sure it's quite right, you know, but it does look better than I expected, because I thought it was going to look really, really terrible. Oh, and I've got these little banner pieces, but again, they're not really the right colours. I need to make a few more of these in some other shades, but, well, That's not too bad. We could. Oh, let's have this on here, shall we? As the, you know, the tag tab. Just check whether we prefer to move our bits around. Right, okay. So I'm thinking that there, and I just that second put those wax seals away, but let me get them back out. And for some reason, every time I put them in the wrong way round. Into the drawer. Oh gosh, that looks awful, doesn't it? Because this ribbon is quite, you know, sticky-uppy now, it doesn't look right because it's then, you know, making that wax seal stick up quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure that that's quite the right thing. Possibly a flower or something like that would probably look quite good there. Oh, I've just put them away again, and actually now I'm going to get them back out because now I'm thinking, oh, but a wax seal here might look quite good. Let's just see. Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? That colour or that colour? Maybe that. Yeah, maybe that one. And let's just put some lace on there just because we have put lace on everything else. So why would we suddenly not put lace on there? You know, I'd hate this piece to feel, you know, left out as the other pieces have all got lace on them. So let's put that there like that. Oh, I'm not too sure about that peachy colour ribbon now. Oh, that's such a shame that I haven't got a different colour really, but I think I prefer this green one, weirdly enough. And of course now I've got that problem with the wax seal and that ribbon being quite thick and sort of bulky. Oh, do you know, perhaps we'll just have it like that and just oh, well, I was going to say put a label down. Let's just see if I've got any labels. Oh, these are massive. They're massive labels. Oh, never got quite the right things, have you? You know, well, you might have. I've never got quite the right things, you know. Despite having all this stuff, you know, all over the place, just never got quite the right thing. Oh, this is so annoying. Right, okay. Oh, I don't know now. I just don't know. Just having a quick look through these numbers here, see if I've got anything quite right. What about that one? Oh, that's pretty, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to do like a very quick sort of cop out there and just pick this little blue one because actually this has got quite a bit of blue in it, so I think that looks fine. I know I've gone a bit wax seal crazy on this kit, but they do look very pretty, don't they? So yeah, I think that does look really nice. And again, just, you know, being really boring, just going to do the gold on there again. These little Brian paint sticks, they're absolutely fantastic for putting over the wax seals because, you know, you can just kind of like, you know, paint right across them and they just go on there perfectly. So let's just quickly pop that away. And right, let's have a look now. Right, maybe. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? So, I mean, obviously this is just a tag and, you know, I don't necessarily want to have loads of things sticking out or anything like that because it will go in a pocket. I don't want to kind of make it too bulky. So, I mean, that actually just finishes that off perfectly, I think. And then this journal card, just wondering whether we might like to have a butterfly or something on it. That's quite big. We do have our butterflies, obviously, that we stamped the other day, you know, as again part of the, you know, Missing Mojo, you know, series. So let's just cut this out and just see, like that. Okay. Do you know, my printer's still going? Yeah. I was printing a whole kit, you know, so yeah, it's still going, but yeah, still being reasonably quiet. So hopefully it's not kind of getting on everyone, you know, anyone's nerves. Right. Just wondering whether I want another bow on here. Oops. That one doesn't seem to... Oh, I can't really tell with that other one which was the right way and the wrong way. Or maybe we'll have it like this. Okay, let's just pop that butterfly down there. Like that. And just put the bow onto the... Oh, sorry. Nearly stuck it upside down. You know, not upside down, but the wrong side of the ribbon, the wrong way. So, like that. There we go. Okay. Right, how many bits have I got left to do? 1, 2, 3. Oh, just 3 bits. Oh, 4 bits. So I'll just very quickly finish these. I mean, I'm aware that obviously, you know, I've been doing this for quite a while now, so it's probably a little bit boring, but I'll just quickly do these and then I'm done. And I've, you know, embellished every single piece from this little kit that I had made. So, you know, it's then complete, ready to either sell as a kit or to use in a journal. So, you know, it will have been a good crafting session. And, you know, as I'd said at the beginning, this was driven from my noticing that actually one of the things that I really love, you know, and that I find very inspirational is when I see people end up with a ton of stuff. So, you know, for me, this will feel inspirational because I'm, of course, ending up with lots of things finished. You know, lots of pieces here, all done. So, yeah, obviously, if that's something that drives you, you might find this, you know, quite inspirational from that point of view as well. Obviously, if you don't, then you may not find this so inspiring, but... Okay. So, like that, and then... Again, I might just put a little label or a number or something like that on here. Oh, could even have this. May all your dreams come true. I don't know whether this is a little bit, you know, dark pink. So let's just have a look and see. Just going to cut it down slightly because it seems quite big, doesn't it? Okay. Like that. Oh, do you know, I've got a really sore throat. Hope I'm not now getting something. You know, like it's probably summer cold time, isn't it? So, yeah, I hope I'm not getting a summer cold. Okay, like that. And this is just a stamp. I think this is a Crafty Individuals stamp. I've had it for a long time, so I wouldn't swear to it. But, yeah, I feel like it's a Crafty Individuals one. Like that. And then... just take one of these butterflies. Again, this is a stamped butterfly. Oh, do you know, I don't think this is going to look right. Even as I'm cutting it, I just suddenly thought that's not going to look right because that's going to be too black on there. Yep, it's going to be way too black. So let me just see. This might be too big. I could do with some butterflies smaller than this. Ah. Oh, what about this? Got this butterfly from my circles. Obviously, it's not really the right colour. I've got this one from the circles, which is a pink, which maybe this would look okay. So let's just take this one down. And I'm going to cut it out from the circle. So, oops, glasses on time. Otherwise, I just cannot see what I'm doing. So, hold on. Right, okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? I mean, it possibly needs a little bit of inking just to make it a bit more sort of brown rather than white, or brown rather than pink, but oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Yeah. So I'll just pop that one down there. Okay, so that one's all done, and that's just a little flip down. Okay, right. This, again, this is another little flip down. It's all really focused around on this side this time, so I'm going to not really do too much on the back. I'm just going to focus on this side now. So, I mean, obviously I could always come back and decorate the other side, you know, later, but at the moment I'm going to do this on this side, you know, so that I'm not kind of zapping up time on the other side, if you see what I mean. So like that, and then again I'm thinking maybe a little flower or something. So let me just put in my flowers here. Got all these kind of paper flowers. That's not right. Oh, I've got a gold one, because obviously I have got a lot of gold going on here, so you know, I'm thinking maybe the gold might look quite nice. Got this turquoisey. That's a little bit bright, isn't it? Let me just see whether I can finish it off with one of the... These are just those mulberry paper flowers, and I just pull them apart into individual little layers. You know, I used to use them a lot with scrapbooking, and you know, they obviously were sort of sticking up then, but you know, if you don't want them sticking up, then that's a great way to use them, is just pull them apart into individual layers. Oh, now I'm thinking that probably looks better without all the other colours going on, I think. Let me just try it on the gold. Yeah, I think I'm preferring this just like this, actually. Oh, I just have got a pink one here. I'll just try that. No, right, I'm going to just have this one down there, and yep, pop those away. Okay, and I think this probably just benefit with, you know, from just having a little pearl in the middle. So again, just pull in the pearls, and you know, again, like we have with the other videos, you know, we've kept this super simple. I mean, if you actually kind of look over all the bits that we've used, or all the bits that we've done, they're all just really containing sort of very similar things. They've just got maybe a label, they've just got maybe, you know, a flower or a wax seal, you know, all very simple things, and all kind of, you know, nothing requiring too much in the way of, you know, pulling out a whole bunch of stuff, or, you know, making kind of big decisions or anything like that. They've all been, you know, very similar things that we've used, although they've all actually come out with quite a different sort of look. So, you know, hopefully you guys think that as well. You know, although we've used very similar things, they've all actually got their own unique look, and I mean, some of them actually look really different to others. So that's that one. Right, we've got two more, so we're just on our last two. So we've got this one which just folds in like that. I mean, this, I absolutely just love how it is. I don't even really feel like it needs anything, to be honest. But if I wanted to, you know, maybe put some lace at the top or something, you know, it feels like it really doesn't need anything very much at all adding to it. So just a little bit of lace maybe there. And then, let's just see. Maybe we could have, I don't know, yeah, probably not lilac, because I'm not sure we've really got any lilac on there anywhere else, but, you know, maybe something like that on there. I mean, again, I just seem like I'm determined to use this somewhere, but perhaps we won't use that. Let's just gather these and move them out of the way, and then I'll just sort of see as I put them back whether there's anything else in my organiser that we could use instead. So let's just put those back. Just having a quick flick through, seeing if there's anything else. I'm really trying to keep on top of my desk, can you tell? It's not something that comes naturally to me, keeping my stuff tidy. But, well, in my craft room anyway. I mean, I'm not too bad everywhere else, but yeah, my craft room, no. That's not really something that comes naturally, but, you know, as I've kind of said before, I mean, my mind just boggles how anybody actually crafts tidily at all, you know. I think these are my labels set 1 set. Okay. And it's just got, that's just one of the Bright Butterflies from my Bright Butterflies kit. So yeah, the labels and the butterflies, they're not from the Birds of Spring or the Spring Birds. I wish I could remember what it was called, but they're not from that kit. But yeah, they go quite nicely, don't they? So, or the ones that we've picked out, they go quite nicely anyway. So, I mean, to be honest, that label kind of looks pretty everywhere, but we'll just put it down here, I think. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Last one, very last one, so you'll be pleased to know. So let's take a bit of lace. Okay. So, yeah, let's take that there and just trim that down. And I'm actually thinking maybe for this one, use some of that green bling. I know I kind of rejected it earlier, but for this one, you know, because this is quite like neutral in its colours, isn't it? So yeah, I think that green just looks gorgeous on there. Just having a quick look now to see if I've got anything else that we would like to put on here. Right, let's put the bling down first. So again, just gluing that bling straight over the lace. It's just holding that lace in place like that. Okay. Oops, like that. Okay, looking gorgeous. And then let's just see if we want to have a butterfly. These are probably going to be too big, but well, let's just see. I might be pleasantly surprised. I might be absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked if it looks okay. Oh, somebody left a comment the other day, and I'm so sorry I can't remember your name if you're watching, and they said, oh, you've actually cut the butterfly's head straight off. You know, I mean, it's one thing cutting the antennas off, but you just cut its head straight off. Yeah, I know, I'm just rubbish like that, to be honest. Again, I just feel like once they're glued down, you know, you can't really tell that I've cut the head off. It still looks fine. The shape of the butterfly roughly is there. You know, you can get the gist of it's meant to be a butterfly. So, yeah, why worry about the head of the butterfly? You know, if it comes off, it comes off. I can't remember. What was that line, that famous thing that man says? If she dies, she dies. I don't know what that's from. And I don't know whether that's even the saying. But, yeah, if you've heard that, let me know below. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I feel like it was someone who maybe had a young wife or something like that. I can't really remember, but anyway, yes, I'm completely digressing now. Right, so we've got that one. So yeah, we have got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces there. Obviously, like I say, they had all been made in the first place. So all I was doing was picking up an unfinished project and just going with it. But, you know, it was so simple, so easy, and just, you know, no kind of, you know, taxing kind of thought process or anything required. And yeah, just something really fun to do. And now I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I can just kind of gather up and, yeah, just, you know, just look at and go through, to be honest. So for me, that feels quite inspirational because I just love having a whole bunch of stuff like that. And especially when it's all kind of coordinating and, you know, goes together so well. So, yeah, I hope that it gives you some inspiration, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for our final episode in the craft motivation series. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.